Letting go isn't a weakness, it's warfare. A quiet war between who you were and who you're becoming. Most people don't cling because it helps. They cling because it's familiar. A broken relationship, a story that should have ended chapters ago, a past self that no longer fits, but still whispers lies of comfort. The Stoics taught clinging is resistance in disguise. The pain doesn't just come from loss, it comes from our refusal to accept what has already changed. True strength isn't holding on, it's knowing when to release with grace. You don't have to burn your past. You need to stop building your future from its ashes. Just like a tree must shed its leaves to survive the cold, you must shed the identities, attachments, and illusions that are no longer rooted in who you are now. This isn't forgetting, this is freedom. The kind that begins when you stop negotiating with what's already over. In this episode, we'll explore 6 brutal yet beautiful truths that will help you master the art of letting go. Not with resentment, not with regret, but with clarity, courage, and compassion for the person you're becoming. Welcome to Stoic Philosophy Daily, where your story matters. Share your experience or your biggest struggle below. Every comment you leave is a gift. Here, your voice matters. We read with care, answer with heart, and treat your journey as part of our own. This is more than a channel. It's a circle of strength. Now ask yourself, what's one thing you're still holding on to that you already know is over? 1. Release what no longer serves. Letting go is not about defeat. It's about direction. When you release what no longer serves you, you're not giving up. You're clearing the path for who you are becoming. But most people mistake clinging for loyalty. They hold on to jobs, people, identities, and expectations, not because they still make sense, but because letting go feels like stepping into silence. The Stoics knew life is motion. Roles shift, chapters end, and wisdom is learning when to bow out with grace instead of gripping harder out of fear. As Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." And one of the biggest ways we waste life is by resisting what is already over. Ask yourself, what are you still trying to fix that's no longer yours to repair? What stories do you replay, not to learn from, but to keep pain alive? Growth demands clarity, and clarity begins when you stop confusing comfort with truth. The longer you delay the release, the heavier it becomes, and what once supported you becomes what's holding you back. You don't need closure to let go. You need honesty. You don't need permission to evolve. You need courage. Letting go might stir grief, yes, but beneath that grief is power, energy, and space for something better. The Stoic doesn't wait for perfect endings. They accept the quiet truth that what no longer fits is not worth fighting for. Try this. Choose one relationship, belief, or habit that feels heavy, not empowering. Write it down. Ask, am I holding this out of love or fear? Am I preserving value or avoiding uncertainty? Then stop watering what no longer grows. You may feel discomfort. That's normal. But beneath that discomfort is the beginning of freedom. At Stoic Daily, we believe real strength is not in clinging, but in choosing what aligns with who you're becoming. Share in the comments, what's one thing you're finally ready to release? 2. Prune what drains your peace. Peace isn't something you chase, it's something you clear space for. Most people stay stuck not because they can't move on, but because they're using all their energy to keep dead things alive. Dead habits, one-sided relationships, outdated identities. That quiet weight accumulates until it clouds everything. Your clarity, your energy, your direction. Marcus Aurelius once asked, ask yourself at every moment, is this necessary? Most people never do. We explain ourselves when we shouldn't. We stay in places that drain us just because fear whispers, "What if?" But fear isn't wisdom. It's inertia disguised as loyalty. The Stoics knew that release isn't weakness, it's refinement. Just as you prune a tree not to harm it, but to help it grow stronger, you must prune your emotional landscape. Guilt, false obligations, silent resentment. These aren't badges of honor. They're weeds choking out your presence, your clarity, your peace. Try this. Each morning this week, ask yourself, what have I been maintaining out of fear, not love? What am I still explaining that no longer deserves my energy? Write one answer, then take one act of subtraction. Cancel, distance, release. Don't wait for dramatic closure. Let clarity be your goodbye. At Stoic Daily, we believe peace is a disciplined space, not a passive accident. What's one thing you'll stop justifying this week? Share it below. We read every word. 3. Let go with love, not bitterness. Anyone can walk away, but few can walk away without dragging the bitterness behind them. Letting go with love isn't about excusing what hurt you. It's about choosing not to carry that pain into your future. Most people confuse closure with justice, but in the Stoic mind, closure isn't earned from others. It's created within. True detachment, as the Stoics teach, is not coldness, it's wisdom. It's the clarity to know what's yours to carry and what's not. It's walking away not with clenched fists, but with open hands. Not with revenge in your chest, but peace in your spine. The weight of resentment doesn't just harden your heart, it dulls your vision. You begin to see the world not as it is, but through the lens of what wounded you. And soon, your life becomes a reaction, not a creation. A wise person doesn't wait for apologies that may never come. They rise above, not to prove anything, but to preserve their dignity. Try this. Think of the one situation or person that still holds a charge in your chest. Write down what you're waiting for, an apology, an explanation, justice. Then ask, what if that never comes? Can I give it to myself? Gratitude doesn't mean approval, it means freedom. When you release with love, you cut the cord clean. The lesson stays, the poison doesn't. At Stoic Daily, we believe the most powerful kind of letting go is the kind done in silence, without blame, without rage. Just a quiet decision that your peace matters more. What are you ready to forgive? Not because they deserve it, but because you do. Share it below. We listen without judgment. 4. Detachment is freedom, not coldness. The tighter you grip, the more you suffer, not because you care too much, but because nothing in life stays fixed. People change, plans shift. What once felt solid begins to move. And when your peace depends on things staying exactly as you want, fear becomes your constant companion. Detachment is freedom from that fear. It is the moment you realize your worth does not rise or fall with circumstances. Your stability was never meant to depend on others behaving the way you hope. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Receive without pride, let go without attachment." This is not withdrawal from life. It is engagement with life as it actually is, holding things gently, your achievements, your relationships, even your identity, because you understand none of them are permanent, and that truth does not weaken you, it steadies you. Detachment allows you to appreciate without possession, to love without expectation, to engage without obsession. Ask yourself honestly, what are you gripping too tightly right now? The need to be understood, the urge to be chosen, the pressure to prove your worth. When we grip too hard, we do not protect the connection, we suffocate it. Growth, peace, and intimacy all require space. Detachment is what creates that space. This does not mean you stop caring. It means you care with awareness. You give without losing yourself. You love with boundaries. Detachment is not about building walls. It is about building roots. So when life shakes, you do not collapse with it. If something is slipping away, a chapter closing, a dream no longer fitting, do not force it to stay. Do not shrink yourself to keep what is no longer aligned. Peace is not found in possession. It is found in the presence. Change feels frightening, not because it hurts, but because it is unfamiliar. What we know, even when it is broken, feels safer than what we cannot predict. So when life begins to shift, we resist. We tell ourselves we can fix it. If we try harder, it will return to its original state. But deep down, we already know that version is gone. Not wrong, just evolving. The real question is whether you are willing to evolve with it. Epictetus taught that peace comes from aligning our will with what is, not with what we wish it to be. Surrender here is not giving up. It is giving way, allowing old forms to fall so what is true can rise. Endings are not failures, they are transitions, spaces between stories, and if you stop resisting them, you discover a freedom that does not depend on certainty, approval, or perfect plans. Try this. When you feel yourself tightening around something, pause, breathe, ask, what am I afraid will happen if I let this change? Notice how the body reacts, the tension, the resistance. Then ask a deeper question. What part of me is trying to evolve right now? Detachment begins the moment you stop dragging what no longer wants to be held. At Stoic Daily, we believe detachment is not coldness. It is wisdom in motion. What are you ready to stop forcing yourself to do? Share it below, not as surrender, but as growth. 5. Stop waiting for closure, create it. Silence feels awkward at first. When you stop chasing, stop forcing, stop begging life to give you answers, it gets quiet. That quiet can feel like failure. But in the Stoic mind, it is not emptiness. It is a sacred space. It is the cocoon before the wings. Ask yourself this question calmly and honestly. What is this pause here to teach me? Sometimes you don't need more advice. You need stillness. You need to sit in the space between stories and stop pretending that healing only begins when someone else permits you. The Stoics did not wait for closure. They built it piece by piece through acceptance, clarity, and courage. What happened is just a fact. What you do next is your power. Many people confuse closure with justice. They believe an apology, a confession, or one final conversation will unlock their healing. But those are external events, and the Stoic never places peace in someone else's hands. As Epictetus reminds us, it is not what happens to you, but how you respond to it that matters. Some people will never admit what they did. Some situations will never be explained. Waiting only keeps you trapped in a story that ended long ago. Try this. Write down one loop you keep replaying, one conversation, relationship, or hope you have not released. Then sit with this question. Am I seeking truth or am I seeking comfort? Closure does not begin when the past changes. It starts when you stop needing it to. And when you stop rehearsing pain, you finally make space for peace to speak. Letting go is not a weakness. It is the decision to stop dragging something that is already finished. And that decision is rarely loud. It is quiet. It is the late-night realization that says, I have outgrown this. The moment you say that and mean it, healing begins. Not because the wound disappears, but because you stop reopening it. At Stoic Daily, we believe closure is not a door someone else shuts for you. It is one you walk through when you are ready to stop needing what once broke you. What are you prepared to release, not with anger, but with clarity? Share it below. 6. Let go of victimhood. Reclaim your power. Sometimes the most powerful act of love is saying goodbye, not with anger, not with bitterness, but with a steady heart and an open hand. Growth is not always a loud breakthrough. Often it is a quiet decision made in the stillness of your own mind. A decision that says, I no longer want to carry what makes me feel heavy. You do not outgrow people or dreams out of cruelty. You do it because your soul begins to whisper that it is time. And yes, growth can be a lonely experience, like walking through fog with no clear path, guided only by something deeper calling from the silence. That silence is sacred. It is the space where your truest self is waiting. The version of you who no longer begs for closure. The version that no longer spends energy keeping what is already alive. Ask yourself this gently. What tension are you feeling right now? Is it fear of the unknown or resistance to what you already know? One pulls you backward, the other moves you forward. You cannot walk in both directions at once, so say it softly. Goodbye. Not as rejection, but as respect for what comes next. Letting go is not forgetting. It is remembering who you are beneath all the stories. It is learning how to breathe again without the weight of old identities pressing on your chest. Try this. Take 10 quiet minutes. Write a letter to the version of you that stayed too long. Be honest. Be kind. Then read it out loud and let it go. Tear it, burn it, or bury it beneath a tree. Because the moment you stop holding on, you begin showing up. Not as the wounded version shaped by the past, but as the calm, clear, present architect of your future. At Stoic Daily, we believe letting go is not an ending, it's a new beginning. It is an invitation to come home to yourself. Share the quiet decision you have made below. Even if no one applauds it, we will. Master the art of letting go. Letting go isn't about becoming someone new. It's about returning quietly and steadily to who you were before the noise, before the world told you what to fear, what to chase, who to be. You are not the heartbreak, not the regret, not the story that broke you. You are what you rise for, what you walk toward in silence when no one is watching. The Stoic path is not dramatic. It does not erase pain. It refines it. From thought to habit, from habit to identity, from identity to action. And that begins now, not with a grand gesture, but with a simple decision. To stop handing your peace to circumstances. To stop letting the past write your future. To reclaim your mind one clear thought at a time. To reclaim your power one quiet moment at a time. The world will keep spinning. People will keep misunderstanding. Life will keep shifting. But you become still. You become grounded. Not because everything is perfect, but because you have stopped waiting for it to be. At Stoic Philosophy Daily, we believe strength is not built through control, but through clarity, through presence, through the courage to let go without needing applause, without needing revenge, without requiring a final word. You are enough not when the world approves, but when you choose peace anyway. If this message met you at the right moment, share it with a friend, with your future self. Leave a comment below. I release what no longer serves, and return here whenever life feels heavy again. This is more than a video. It is a place to come back to, a calm inside the storm.
If you're seeking more, discover the full path on my channel, Stoic Philosophy Daily.